Hello and welcome back to the Metanauts. In this episode we speak to Justin, Alex and Matt from the MoNA Gallery project. Now the MoNA Gallery is a social metaverse platform for arts and art collectors, and this is their first interview and we're the first people to go and look at it. So come and join us as we meet the team and then go for a little private view around the as yet unlaunched MoNA Gallery. So I'm here with Justin, Matthew and Alex from the MoNA Gallery project. Great to have you. I'm very excited to learn a little bit about this project. It's right in the early stages, I understand. But before we go into it and dive into the gallery itself, can I learn a little bit about how you guys came to be working on this? Have you known each other long? Have you been working on it a while, or?
Yeah, definitely. We've known each other. We've been, best friends collectively over 10 years. And so this project sort of just started as a fun side project earlier this year. We saw the NFT hype and all these amazing NFT artworks, it being put out there, so many great projects, but we saw that, there wasn't really a great place for people to display and share their works, specifically for 3D artists. Yeah. And so what started as a fun side project eventually led to us getting invited into the Tachyon Accelerator program, which is, hosted by Protocol Labs and Filecoin. And so now over the past 12 weeks, we've been in this sort of sprints to get into market and, to get our initial users. And so we're really excited to be here. So it's still very, very early stages.
Justin is amazing 3D and AR artist. His work right now is on a billboard in Los Angeles for Snapchat.
Nice.
This is like his work goes back in the space, and Alex has been in the blockchain space for a long time. And we came together around, how do you display these 3D pieces in a meaningful way, right? You see some of these fragments of it. You get to immerse yourself around these pieces, and sometimes in the headsets, and really, there's fragments of really great immersion. But for some of these NFT pieces, it's a real struggle to find a place to see them. And so we came together around that. At MoNA, we're just trying to display this art beautifully in a social spaces. So we're doing that through these galleries. Our first gallery launch coming out on the 15th, and we're really excited about it. We got a great group of artists that are building out rooms, and these rooms themselves are NFTs, and so it's a really cool place, and we're building this with Tachyon and have great support with Filecoin and Protocol Labs, and we're really excited to show it to you today.
And Alex, where do you fit into this?
Yeah. So I've been in the blockchain space a little while. Actually started a space in the Web3 wallet. Started a project in the Web3 wallet space out of Harvard iLab. But yeah, again, I've known Justin and Matt for forever. It seemed like our skill sets were perfectly aligned. I have the blockchain end of things. They had the AR, VR end of things. Matt doesn't like to brag about himself, but he has, I think, 12 patents in the XR space. So we're best friends, perfectly aligned on what needed to be done for this project. So it's just everything lining up.
That's very cool. You mentioned briefly Filecoin. So I'm assuming that's how you're dealing with one of the biggest challenges of something like this, which is storing those large 3D files. Is that where they come in?
Yeah. So we're relying on IPFS for storing a lot of our 3D assets, making sure that we can decentralize. We're taking like a progressive decentralization approach, just trying to get things. Just moving towards decentralization as fast as possible, but at the same time, like making sure that we're maintaining that level of quality that some of these other metaverses can achieve. So just progressively taking bits and pieces of what we're building and decentralizing it.
And you mentioned that the rooms themselves are NFTs. Are we talking about, in a sense, so as an artist, you could design a space that other people could, say for instance, I had an edition of 10 gallery spaces. Other artists could have an NFT and then use that to display their collection of other NFTs. Is that how it works?
Yeah. We're super excited for this sort of for this idea where the space itself is an NFT and you can use it to display existing NFTs. currently for our launch, we'll be linking out to other platforms where their artists are already selling them. And, we're looking forward to collaborating with all the amazing auction houses that currently exist. But, in the future on our roadmap, we'll also be providing native minting for artists as well. And so, what's super exciting is that with each space being an NFT, there's so many possibilities in terms of composability and, for an artist or collector to really start to curate communities of artists and create their own sort of sprawling galleries by connecting different spaces together. So it's just the beginning, but we're really excited about it.
So we're not talking about a native builder, I assume. We're talking about being able to export something out, maybe GLB or GLTF file out of Unity, out of Blender or something like that. Is that how you would build it? And then there's going to be an upload function, and in the future, a minting function as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're trying to take the approach where we're giving artists the highest fidelity tools, and right now that is Unity, Blender, 3D programs like that. So it's been working really great. We're allowing artists to work in their preferred native ecosystems, and then uploading things, minting them on our end. But yeah, moving forward, very short term on our roadmap is trying to reduce some of those barriers to entry for artists to actually build and upload directly into our gallery space in the browser.
Nice. Okay, cool. So is there a CMS of any kind? So once you've uploaded your, say you've got a bunch of 2D artworks and you want to put them in a gallery, as a user of this, can you get into a back end and use some drop downs and access existing OpenSea URLs and bring in NFTs like that? Or do you build the whole thing as one and then it all goes as one thing?
Yeah, so we're really excited about how we can make this space a lot more composable. So layering in artifacts, which are the lowest level piece in our ecosystem. That's in a sculpture or a painting. That itself gets minted as an NFT. One layer up, we have our artist rooms, and that's where artists can draw in all those artifacts that have already been minted or even exist on other platforms like OpenSea or Super Rare. Throw them up on the walls, on podiums, ultimately do whatever they are capable of doing in a 3D space. And then the third layer higher than that is the galleries, where curators can sort of connect all these rooms together and curate their own little communities.
So I've had a little look at it, but we're going to jump in there now. So I'm just going to load up the sort of URL that you've given us to jump in, and we'll have a little run around and then talk a little bit about where we are now and what we can expect to see when you go live on the 15th. Or by the time people see this, we'll probably have already gone live, so it will be quite different. But it's looking very promising already. It's very exciting to see. Let's have a look if we can jump in there and have a little tour of what's there at the moment. Cool, excellent. All right, so here we are. I'm walking around with my lovely androgynous android here. So I understand that this is good to be multiplayer. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. You'll be able to have hundreds of other avatars in the space with you at a time. We're working on, integrating our voice chat feature as well. And so,
oh, brilliant.
Yeah, we're really excited for MoNA to be, not just a fully composable sort of art metaverse, but also a destination for different communities to gather and hold events of all sorts of types in the metaverse.
So you mentioned different rooms by different artists. I can see these must be sort of examples of what those could be here. We've got an outdoors bit, and then there's a gallery over here. So is this the sort of foyer, as it were, that would have in most galleries, and then you just connect them with artists? Tell me a little bit about how it will look when you've got the artists in place with their own custom rooms.
Definitely, yeah. So what you're standing in now is our MoNA Genesis Gallery. So this is what is going live on September 15th. And it is one gallery space, which is actually in this lobby area. This is actually an NFT itself. And we have 10 connected rooms here, and you'll see they're sort of still in progress. We're still going through the installation phase with each artist. But yes, each room is an NFT itself, owned by a different artist, and each artist is actually designing their room to be exactly how they want. And so we're, we're providing the capability for artists to design in a photoreal style if they like. If they, want to go more 2D style, they can. We're really excited about being able to provide artists the flexibility in terms of like the visual fidelity we can offer. But the idea is that each of these rooms, while they're connected to this gallery, we'll be minting more rooms in the future that an artist or collector can purchase, and they can design however they like. And the rooms will be fully composable, so you could actually create a collection of rooms that you can snap together and create your own galleries in the future.
Brilliant. Yeah, this is exactly what we need. I'm very excited to play with it.
Yeah. Oh, and so this room actually is designed by a wonderful artist named Divin Shi. And so, she asked us, like, can she have grass and flowers? And we said, yeah, go for it. And so, nice. So she was able to create her own sort of custom landscape and world here with each of these dresses are NFTs themselves too. And so we're still working on, we'll have for the 15th, there's modal UIs that are going to be popping up. And so you'll actually be able to discover more about the artworks. We'll be linking out to where these artworks are listed elsewhere. And then eventually with our native minting integration, you'd be able to actually purchase right through the metaverse as well. This is just the beginning. We're super excited for avatar customization. This is just sort of our sort of, base avatar we have right now. But in the future, you'd be able to customize your avatar. We'll have integrations with, NFT wearables, customizable avatar animations, all that fun stuff. And you can also, if you press the V key, you can also go into full first-person mode. And so if you just like to experience the gallery and the art, you can do so as well without the third-person view.
How do you feel about VR integration? Is that something that's easy to do?
Yeah, right now, we have the skeleton now, right? We wanted to tackle just the browser, the desktop experience first, as we see that's where most of our users would be accessing MoNA from. But yes, in the coming months, we'll have VR support fully enabled. And so you'll be able to just hop on the browser, on the Quest, and you'll be able to explore just as you are on the desktop.
Excellent. When it comes to building these environments, the little gallery rooms, is that a Unity SDK? Is that what you're working on? Something like that?
For the actual rooms, any artist can actually use whatever authoring tool they're used to, whether it's Cinema 4D, Blender, Maya, SketchUp, and basically, as we on our roadmap, as we work on things like our own native builder and sort of self-serve upload platform for artists, currently they can just create a room using one of our template room models, and they can basically fill it and design it however they like in their authoring tool, and then export as an FBX OBJ. Yeah, we take care of everything on the back end.
So essentially I would create, say for instance, it's a cube and I just have the front taken off and then you'd put it behind these doorways.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'd clip it in. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, okay. We want to make it super easy for artists to start building.
Well, thank you very much for that. That was awesome. I feel very honored to be able to be one of the first people to run around in your avatar in the MoNA gallery. I was thinking maybe we should meet up again in 6 months' time or 1 year's time and just see how much it's developed. As we know, an awful lot can change in a very short amount of time in this space. I'm very happy to see that there's people working on an NFT gallery designed for 3D NFT artists. There's been a gap in the space for that. So thank you very much for thank you very much for your time today. I look forward to talking to you guys again, hopefully collaborating on something.
Definitely. Yeah. Thanks so much. Honored to be on here. Yeah.